Welcome everybody to our Lunch and Learn. It is Friday, the 20th of January. And I want to share with you one quick thing before I share with you the class that I took in Atlanta and why I think it's going to have such a huge impact on you and your business. Is some of you might be feeling like you're getting ready to get started, to get going, to get organized, but you still haven't done any faces or parties. And we're at the 20th. We're 3 weeks into the new year. So don't beat yourself up. Don't say, oh my gosh, I'm wasting all this time. It's like saying, okay, today I'm drawing a line in the sand. And I will book parties today because that is the livelihood of my business. It's no different than a hairstylist going through beauty school. She knows what to do. She knows how to cut, highlight, and do all of that. And she sits in her salon and waits for someone to walk in the door. Somebody might walk in the door, but chances are if they want a highlight or whatever, they're going to call her. She needs to go out and get business. And so it's no different than a massage therapist, just waiting at home, waiting for somebody to call her and saying, I heard you do massage. Can you book me? So she's got to go out and drum up her business, right? So all I can tell you is if you want to jumpstart, here's what I'm going to share with you. Write down the names of 5 people you know. I'm just thinking, I have a cousin who's long distance who just got married, who moved back to the DC area. I've got a friend of mine who I just reconnected with that I went to school with, and we haven't talked in probably 15 years. We just reconnected on Facebook. I've got a customer of mine that moved local back east. Anyway, so I come up with 5 names. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to call these 5 people, and this is what I want you to say to them. Let them know that Mary Kay is a brand new online digital way to teach a skincare class. And it's where you download the script of what to say on one tablet or phone or whatever. And then on your computer is the pictures that they see. So they're seeing a pretty picture while the thing over here, the monitor on the right says, while they're looking at the pretty picture, say, this is a picture of Mary Kay Ash. She's the founder of our company. And it tells you what to say. Now, would you guys agree that you can do anything? Once you've done it a couple of times, you get more and more confident, right? Like the first time will feel kind of like I'm reading, I don't know what I'm saying or what I'm doing, because you obviously want to run through it at least once by yourself. But can you guys imagine if you had 5 parties on your books for the next 2 weeks and you got to practice this? And now the reason why you want to get them close together is because it's repetition, repetition, repetition. It's no different than teaching a child how to ride a bike. If you gave the kid 10 minutes to ride a bike, and then you took the bike away and then said, in 2 weeks, I'll let you ride for another 10 minutes. You know how long it's going to take that kid to get good at bike riding? A long time. But if he's on the bike, he or she's on the bike for 20 minutes today and a half hour tomorrow and 20 minutes the next day, man, by the weekend, this kid's going to be riding up and down over the curbs and everything. It's called repetition, repetition, repetition. So take these 5 names and you're going to say, and one of the ladies I'm thinking of, her name is Kim. So I'm going to call Kim and say, Kim, it's Diane. How are you? And she's going to go, good. How are you? Or we'll chat for a second. I'll say, so here's the deal. Mary Kay just came out with a new virtual presentation that I need to learn because I can't teach my consultants to do what I'm not willing to do, right? So I need to learn this, but I can't role play it. I actually have to do it. So I'm looking for I'm looking for a girlfriend or a customer who would like to get $100 of shopping spree at half off, plus 10% of the party sales, you know, whatever. And I'm going to even give her a bonus gift for booking right away. And I say, I just need to know if I could count on you. I might completely flub it up. It may not be the smoothest party, but I guarantee your girlfriends are going to have fun. Guarantee your girlfriends will have fun. And so as soon as I get that person, that hostess to say yes, then I can take that yes and go to the next one and then go to the next one. So by 24 hours, so by noon tomorrow, I will have 5 new parties on my books. Okay. Now here's what's interesting. When I did this about 9 months ago, I made a list of 5 people. I left 2 voicemails. The 3rd person finally answered the phone, and that person I booked. The 4th was a voicemail. The 5th was a voicemail. By the time the 5th voicemail, one of these called me back. And so it was one of those that I booked my second party with. And then literally within 24 hours, I had 5 new parties on my books. Now, when 1 or 2 people said, can't do it right now, I'm sick or got COVID or whatever, call the next person. Look at your phone. See who has contacted you or texted you in the last 10 days. Look who's commented on anything you posted on Facebook, whether it be a thumbs up, a heart, anything, anybody's commented on anything you posted, Instagram, Facebook, put them on your list. But I will tell you, if you called 5 people today and talked to them, you're going to have at least 3 bookings. It's a matter of just jump starting things. So I just want to say, you guys, because nothing happens until somebody sells something. And I know a lot of you on this that are listening to it live or the recording, you have big dreams. You have big goals. God has put something amazing in your heart for you to achieve. And for us to sit back and not do new faces is literally like standing in the unemployment line and going, I'll take my $20 check. I'll take my $20 check. When there are thousands of women over here that are saying, pick me and pamper me, hundreds and thousands. When I was in Atlanta to watch 400 new directors walk across the stage that had just debuted since July through December, over 400, and I think it was 468 or 486, something like that, new directors debuted in just that short window of time. So the challenge from the company is now I have 1,000. Those people did not get to that position by taking reorders and taking good care of their customers. That helps, that reinforces it. But I heard repeatedly over and over again, and we heard it at Ignite, 15 faces is for hobby consultants. Putting the product on 15 faces, you guys, that could be 3 parties in a month. That could be 2 parties in a month. You put 7 people at one party, 8 people at another party, you're done. 15 faces is if all you want to do is stay active, order 225 every month. But if you really want to do something with this business, you want Red Jacket, you want the Chevy Malibu, you're thinking directorship, freedom, flexibility, the lifestyle, then you're talking 30 faces. And 30 faces, to be honest with you, is not really even enough to really put you probably where you want to go at the pace you want to go. It might be, but for me, it's like what I want to do to my business is I want to double my customer clientele, which is going to double my team building, which is going to double my sales between now and June. So I'm willing to do 40 faces every month for the next 6 months. So you do the math, and that's a lot of new faces. And I probably should even do more than the 40, but that's kind of my bare bones absolute minimum. It's 10 a week. And so I started thinking, God, you know, you could do that at 1 or 2 parties. So with that said, I want to share some things with you. So these are words that came from LaRhonda King, and LaRhonda King is $1 million director. She's also a full-time pastor. So she's got a lot of things on her plate, but she talked about 3 ways to power up your business. Okay. 3 ways. And she says, first of all, there's things you want to implement. You want to implement is one of her first things. And she talked about image is everything. She says, I'm looking when you come up and approach me with a sample or a business card, or we're standing in line. She goes, I'm looking at your nails, your shoes. I'm looking at the whole package. Would I want to do business with you? If you're a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant, do you look like a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant? Do you even look like you're in the beauty industry? Would you buy from you? Would you buy from you? The product is one thing, but you're selling them on you. So what can you do to develop your look? Even though we're on camera, I always make sure that I go and get a manicure every 2 weeks because my hands show. When you're holding product and you're demonstrating something or you're holding something up, you need to have your nails look good. Do you look sharp and professional from the waist up? Your lighting, all of that stuff. But more importantly, when you're out and about, don't let this, oh, well, nobody's going to see me from the waist down. I'll just run around in my sweats. Okay. So are you personable? Both virtually and in person. Are you personable? Know your why. Okay. So one of the things that LaRhonda King did when she first came into Mary Kay is she has a private school and she used Mary Kay as a fundraiser and told all the parents and all the kids, whatever, that 25%, might even have been as high as 30, I can't remember, percentage of her sales went back to the school. So figure out your why. And you want to sell your prospective customer on you. Sell them on you. Your customers can turn into your team members. You all know that. Our best team members are our customers. So mention your family. When you're talking to them, mention your family. If you don't mention your family, they can't see. They can't see beyond buying the cleanser. Be personable. Bring them into your world. You also need to love the product and you need to use the product and take care of your skin. She said, going to bed with makeup on, why in your right mind would you do that? You've got the best products. You've got an ability to have a sonic brush. Does everybody have the products that they need in their bathroom? And if you say, well, I can't afford to take the sonic brush, it's my only one. Buy it from yourself at half off and go order another one. If you guys can't, if you're not using it, you're not going to sell it. I remember back when we used to have our meetings at our studio in Concord. I'd have the queen of sales stand up and she'd share something about, oh, I can't believe I sold, 6 repair eye creams this week. And I said, that's funny. Is that the product you use? She goes, it is. I said, all right, a poll of hands. This is an honest thing. Everybody close your eyes. Raise your hand if you use eye cream every morning and every night. And the majority, but people would raise their hands and I'd say, now put your hands down. How many of you sell a lot of eye cream? Same hands would go up. So if you use eye cream, you'll sell eye cream. If you use micellar water, you'll sell micellar water. If you use our clinical solutions, I don't care how old you are, you'll sell clinical solutions. So what she's talking about is being personable, care about the other person. You know, God gives us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So when you're talking to somebody, find out about them. When you have a customer like Kim say, oh my gosh, Diane, she goes, I'd love to get pampered. She goes, things have been nuts. She goes, between COVID and running everything at work, she goes, I feel like I'm on roller skates 24/7. And, you know, have empathy, be personable and say, wow, Kim, it sounds like you've had just really a rough couple of weeks. She goes, yeah, but everybody's getting healthy. Everything's getting better. Say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to pamper you. You know, I find with my family, I love this, or I find when my kids were smaller, I did this. And so be relatable, be personable, and look the part. So that's all number one, is just implement those things, because remember, image is everything. Now, this also means when you're dropping things off, are you throwing things in a plastic bag and leaving them on her porch? Are you wrapping them in tissue? Are you putting them in a cute little bag with a bow on it? Or, because you guys, you know what, when you open a Mary Kay plastic bag and the product's just tossed in there, it's not nearly as much fun as you've got stickers on your product, you've got a couple samples tucked in, and everything's wrapped up in tissue. So take advantage of doing that, because that kind of delivery is important. All right, number 2, be a servant leader and be a servant salesperson. Be a servant mom, be a servant wife, a servant girlfriend. So you want to also be true to who you are. You want to find a genuine compliment or comment to share, something that is genuine. You want to be consistent with taking care of your skin. All these things we're talking about, ways to help you feel empowered. So if you're taking care of your skin and you're using Serum C and you're using the Sonic Brush and you go, man, my face just feels so good, then it's going to show in the way you carry yourself. It's going to show in your delivery. It's going to show in your presentation. And you can say, you know what? I just tucked in a Serum C sample in your bag. I use it every day. I love Serum C. I can't wait for you to try it. Call me tomorrow and tell me what you think. So be really consistent with taking care of your own skin. Okay, then she mentioned, if you give a good measure of service, beauty, confidence, fun, you can offer it all. So you want to make sure that they are using you. When they see you, they think of fun, beauty, all together, offering it all, right? You're using the product, you're loving the product. So I want you to be able to say to every single customer, girl, I got you. I've got you from head to toe. How many of your customers, if you polled them, even know that we even have body care line? Do they even know we have satin hands? Do they know we have satin lips? So when you say that you've got them all covered, do they know that? And so maybe at your virtual sessions or in-person parties, you can start saying, oh my gosh, my goal is to take care of you from head to toe, as long as the two of us are both alive. I want to take care of you for the rest of your life. And I can take care of your teenager when they need acne skincare, and your other teenager when their skin is amazing but sensitive with botanicals. I can take care of your guy with his skincare. We've got fragrances for him. We've got body care. I want to take care of you all. When you do that, one is it shows your confidence in the product and the company. It shows how passionate you are to take care of them, and let them know, say, I don't want you to ever be overwhelmed with what the stores offer. I never want you to have buyer's remorse by coming home with a package of something and going, God, I didn't even try this. I don't even know if I'm going to like it. And I don't have the time or the patience to return it. And maybe if you've used it for 2 weeks, you can't return it. So be genuine, be transparent, but make sure you're looking at this from a servant standpoint. So be that servant leader and that servant consultant, and offer it all. And write that down, offer it all. And that's why I think, honestly, it's really fun to do product segment of the month instead of doing product of the month, because we have 200 products that take you forever, but you could do product segments. So like February could be all about body care. And maybe you feature every day on your Facebook page. One day it's about berry and vanilla. The next day it's about apple and almond. The next day it's about the shea butter body cream. Maybe the next day it's about satin hands. So anything in the body care line. Then maybe the next month it's all about eyes. Do they know we have precision brow pencil? Do they know we have brow tint? Do they know we have mascara primer and mascaras? Like, you know what I'm saying? So 1 month you could say it's all about eyes, glamour eyes. It's all about glamour eyes, because then you could do anti-aging eyes as a separate thing. But are you offering it all? Because she was sharing on here that we are missing the boat. And I'm going to share that with you in just a second. She says, I want to take care of you every step of the way. The other thing she said is stop being so rigid. If they want to try something or they want to do something, it may not be what you do, but if that's what they want, don't feel like they have to come to a party to get the samples. It's like if somebody says, hey, I don't want to do those virtual events. Can you just send me samples? Say, absolutely, but let's just set up a private me and you, 15 minutes. You guys can walk through samples with a woman in 15 minutes. All right. So now she talks about, to end her class. So number 2 is be a servant leader and have that whole servant mentality. Number 3, though, is to your demographics. But before I say to that, I forgot something. Be yourself. It's not just a business, but be personable and make them feel important. Now, she says when she goes out and talking to people, she'll say, well, tell me about, they'll go, oh, well, I'm self-employed as well, or I have another business. And she'll go, great, tell me about your business. And she happened to bring up paparazzi. Not that I'm going to say that we have to promote, talk about another brand, but she says when she met a lady recently who said, well, I make 50% too with paparazzi. Most of the jewelry is between $2 and $5. And she's thinking to herself, well, how much money do you really make when you sell a $5 item? You make $2.50. So anyway, this is not just about this is not just about a business. We want to make them feel important. Remember, Mary Kay was so avid about remembering that everyone has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. So you want to make her feel important. And sometimes that can be done with a personal note. It could be just you putting your hand on her shoulder to say, I got you. I want to take care of your skin for the rest of your life. And I'm going to check with you 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months after everything you get. So if you don't love it, I'm taking it back. They're like, really? Who does that? Right? All right. So number 3 is on acquiring additional skills. Now, I really want you to take this to heart. Now, Dr. Lorinda King is African-American, and she lives in an area where there's pockets of the city she lives in that are dominant African-American, and there's other pockets of the city that are not. Latina, Asian, descent, whatever. And she said, the demographics, understand your market. And she said, break down your city. Where are there pockets of different ethnicities? There is a pocket near where I live that's about 3 miles from my house that's very, very, very heavy Spanish speaking. So know that market. Go into that market. Start reaching into that market. She said, if you have clients from one income group or one color group, you will be broke. You will be broke. So if everybody is your color, in your income situation, you are leaving so much cash on the table. So she says that she was sharing this, and a director came up to her after the event, and the director was Caucasian and said to Dr. King, she said, so I have to tell you, I would be incredibly intimidated if I had a Black client come up to me who looks like you, who says, can you help me with my makeup? She goes, I wouldn't know what to do. And Dr. Lorinda King said to her, if you get on a plane, come to my town, I'll show you, hang out with me for a day or 2 and I'll show you the ropes. And the director was, are you kidding me? She couldn't believe it. So she bought an airline ticket and she went and she stayed with her in Georgia at her home. And Dr. King was saying things like, she had greens that night. We gave her all the traditional food, but she says, most of the Black women who've got on pink eyeshadow, it's not eyeshadow, it's our cheek colors. And I'm thinking, okay, I didn't know that. So she was showing us and giving us ideas. She says, know your market. She says, if you really want to build in the Latina culture, get 1 or 2 Hispanic women to show you how they do their makeup. Find out how are they layering concealer? What colors are they using? What colors look good? It's no different than if you are an African-American consultant watching this, or a darker skinned client or darker skinned consultant. And you'd think, oh my gosh, if somebody as pale as Diane came up and said to me, well, can you help me do my makeup? I would have no idea what to do. Then find somebody who does. Find a consultant or a director that is of that ethnicity that can show you the ropes and give you some suggestions. There's some products that work better on different skin tones and skin types. But again, if you've got clients of one income group or one color, you will be broke. She says, don't cut your money off. Is there any market saturation? No. So go out. There's nothing wrong with going out and watching. Now, especially if you know people that are in Mary Kay, maybe you could even go on Facebook and find other Mary Kay, find a Mary Kay director whose makeup looks gorgeous and text her if she's not the ethnicity that you are and say, do you have any videos of you applying your makeup that I'd love to watch? Because you can go on YouTube, but it's not Mary Kay product and stuff. So I'd rather have you guys get the real deal. Okay. She said, be willing to go out of your circle, open up and be willing to learn. And then she closed with a great quote that said, the hardest thing to do is surviving your success. The hardest thing to do is surviving your success. And that means is figuring out where you want to go and going for it and being successful and stepping outside your comfort zone and be the best version of you. Be the best version that you can be of you. Okay, so that was the end of her class. The only other thing I wanted to share with you really, really quick is on using a little bit of technology to cement your relationship with your customers. Okay, so one of the things they talked about is when you have like a so these are the statistics they gave us. People are 25% more likely to buy if the company offers a personal experience. So what if on your VIP page, you guys, you did app of the week? So let's just say on Monday, your app of the week is the skin analyzer. You would go on, show them how to use it, show them the results, and give them a challenge. Say, everybody who does this and sends me a picture of their skin analyzer within 24 hours of me putting this on my Facebook page receives a free whatever. Could be beauty blotters, could be free color card of samples, could be free eyeshadow, whatever you want to give away. But can you imagine if they got hooked into just some of the things we do? The Mirror Me. What about your personal website? Do they know they can take a foundation survey that has a 90% accuracy of picking their foundation? Skin analyzer, what the company is working on, and this is an actual a termed or a phrase that they are claiming. It's the word stickiness. They keep putting that in quotes, stickiness. They're trying to create stickiness. What that does is that's getting customers to keep coming back to you and back to you and back to you and back to you. It's like you want them to stick to you, right? So when customers have that experience on the Mirror Me apps, do you all know about Mirror Me? Mirror Me is the one that I didn't know the first time I used it. I already had some makeup on, not quite this dramatic, but I had some makeup on and I held it up and it took a picture of me and I had to put on false lashes and I didn't have my glasses on when I was doing it. So I was just punching all the buttons. Then it said post to Facebook. I go, sure. So I posted it to Facebook. And in about 10 minutes, my phone started going and people were commenting. And I didn't realize I picked one of the most dramatic looks that it offered. And so I had these like huge false lashes, bright fuchsia lipstick, really bright dramatic makeup. And it was just, and I posted it. They didn't know if it was from an app. They thought maybe I had actually done my makeup that way that day, but it was on the Mirror Me app. So again, you could do something like that, like post a before picture of you, no makeup on, maybe you're in a ponytail, and then post another picture of you after the Mirror Me app has put makeup on you and say, if you would like to do a custom color, excuse me, I have hiccups, a custom color look, I'd love to send you free samples. Be one of the first 5 to comment on this, or be one of the first 5 to privately text me, and let's do the Mirror Me app. So what if you're trying to create that stickiness, right? And like Dr. Lorinda King talks about, is this can also help you get into other ethnicities. This can help you get to some of your other clients. So you call 5 of your clients. Maybe you call one of your clients that is Asian or Pacific Islander, Hawaiian or African American or Filipino or whatever, Hispanic, all different skin tones. And you got them all to do a Mirror Me and posted it. How cool would that be? You would learn, what is the company recommending for this woman who is a beige 202 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So use those apps to create that, because it helps create stickiness for your customers. They like doing business with you if you offer a personal experience. And they will come back again and again and again. So here's the deal. This is the last comment I'm going to share with you before we close. And please imprint this on your forehead. Technology does not replace a personal phone call or a note or a contact. It does not. So having some automated things, send them saying, thank you so much. Like maybe you've got, e-card set up so that as soon as you get a customer order, you send her an e-card, which is okay. Don't get me wrong. That would be okay, but it doesn't replace that personal little postcard or that personal phone call or that personal voice text. Even if it's a voice text to say, hey, Rachel, thank you so much for being on last night. And I hope you are in love with your miracle set that I put on your porch this morning. I'll be checking back with you in 2 days and 2 weeks. And I know you're going to fall in love with your skin. So I'm so excited to be able to take care of you and your skin for the rest of our lives. So please call me for any questions. And I'm so blessed to have you as part of my Mary Kay customer family, and have a wonderful day. or something like that that you can record and send to her. When customers hear your voice, they hear that sincerity. They can sense all of that, and that makes all the difference in the world. That creates stickiness. And then when they know somebody who says, oh yeah, I was looking for a Mary Kay girl, they go, oh, you want mine? She is amazing. She reaches out on my birthday. She takes good care of me. She gives me samples. She delivers product right away. And so I'm telling you guys that stickiness is what's going to help you build your customers big and strong. So thanks for jumping on today for Lunch and Learn. I hope you've gotten a lot out of this, and I hope you have a fabulous day.